How was camp? Distant memory. Camp was brilliant. I think generally just really good to get away, get a bit of sunshine, change of scenery. You know, winter's quite tough in the UK. Like, it wasn't even that bad weather-wise, it was just quite cold. We actually didn't really get that much rain. But yeah, being able to get away, I guess also train with a few different people. So we had like the 2 weeks in Lanzarote with the Riot Gang and some people like Calpe, which is really nice to kind of, yeah, train with different people, have that change of scenery, again, like the nice roads to train on, obviously just getting battered by the wind every day, but I'll kind of swap that for a bit of sunshine. Yeah, Lanzarote was really nice. I think Lanzarote was also the kind of turning point of actually starting to feel quite fit again. So like actually most of January, I felt really unfit. Like I was getting dropped on basically every ride I went on, just didn't feel good. Whereas Lanzarote, I finally got to a point where I was like, actually, I feel like I have some power back in the legs. I had the new bike to play with, so that's also really fun, and that felt great. Like Lanzarote felt like that bit of a turning point in where I was training-wise, kind of allowed me to get a bit more excited about some of the big races coming up. And then the last couple of weeks in Spain, just the training out there is so nice. Huge variety of roads, like some really good, nice rolling TT roads, and then obviously like the long climbs, long descent. Back with like most of the Leeds crew, which was quite nice, but sort of being with them in a different environment. Yeah, like so that bit of Spain, again, I had some really good sessions. I put out some of the best numbers I've seen for a while, so that again was reassuring that I feel fit again. And it was just that perfect training weather of like about 20 degrees, generally sunny, not too windy, and most of the roads out there are super smooth, so that was just really nice. It was a really big block, like I was averaging about 30 hours a week, which is a little bit more than what I'd usually do. I'd made the most of getting a lot of bike miles in, which I think is quite important for St George, but also I wanted to make the most of like the weather and the roads and the different kind of training out there. Yeah, I think it's kind of given me the confidence that I am fit again. There was definitely a point when I started training post Christmas and COVID and self-isolating, etc., that I was like, oh my God, like how am I ever going to get to a point of standing on that St George start line and feeling like I should be there? But it's amazing what the body does, and like, you know, just as I said, like a good 4-week block and feel like a bit of a different person. Good to get a chance to actually spend time with Will face to face. Obviously we don't see each other that much. We talk a lot. I probably pester him way too much. Being able to also have some proper chats about the next few months, like what we've got planned, how we want to sort of phase training, what are the bits we want to focus on at what point, and what are the kind of, I guess, really key sessions to tick off before World Champs was really good. And like he's just fun to be around as well. So it's like, it's not just, oh, serious, let's chat, coach athlete stuff. Like I would count him as a good friend now. So it was good to spend time with him. Lots of riding with different people. Actually, having said that I spent most of January getting dropped, I spent a lot of Lanzarote getting dropped by a lot of the age groupers. It's exactly how I used to ride. It's exactly how I would ride if that was my one training camp of the year. But yeah, I've definitely got into more of a mindset now of if I'm on an easy ride, I'm on an easy ride, and I'll actually be quite stubborn about keeping it easy. So there were a lot of climbs where I was off the back. I don't really mind it. It's good to see people out there enjoying it and wanting to go hard and have fun. I also really enjoyed spending time with some of my athletes. I've got some super strong ones, a couple that are going to be in St George, so that'll be really cool to have them out there and see how they do race-wise. And just generally that whole group of Riot athletes, you know, they're all just great people. Good mix of different ages, abilities, etc. But yeah, just really nice to be able to spend time with all of them. So that was really nice. So swimming with Will Draper, he was really good at nailing the sessions he needed to nail. So the example being like, he would go really easy on the aerobic stuff, but then he would nail those threshold VO2 sessions. So like when we did the threshold one that was 10 300s, he kept that all at his like 120 pace. He might have even gone a bit faster actually. He kept it all at that speed like the whole way through the session. I'm not as good when I'm tired. Like as soon as I'm tired, I like drop off a bit, and just generally on the longer reps, so like on the 300 reps, I definitely just faded towards the end. But yeah, it was really good to swim with someone who's at that more similar capability. I won't offend him by saying he's my speed because he's definitely faster. Good to have him, and I think again it's just having like different people to be around, and also kind of seeing his progress, because he came and spent a bit of time in Leeds before Christmas. He spent a week here, and I'd say like even seeing where his swims come on from then is like quite impressive, and just like generally his training, like the last bike session we did, he absolutely flew up Calpe off the back of like 4 hard weeks training. So I think, yeah, being able to see people like that and how they progress and the kind of different goals they've got is also it's just good to be surrounded by different people. Takeaway and success. Probably like the new bike is brilliant. I love it. You know, I definitely was a little bit nervous of changing bikes. Like I've been on my old bike for 3 years. I knew it fitted me really well. I had a good position. I'd had some good races on it. So like there was definitely the element of the unknown moving to a new bike. I love that new bike. It feels like it just handles really well, it feels responsive, and I definitely feel like I'm in a really good position on it. So probably that. And then just that actually I feel in pretty good shape. So.
Really?